on some kind of incredible passes both in the last 2 weeks where he's kind of going backward and you're going forward and there's like that small window where it can come in there. How much time do you have to put in to make that happen?
I think a lot, yeah. I mean, I think me and him have had a pretty good connection our whole time here, starting on scout team, coming all the way up, and then I think we do a good job of putting in time together in the film room together. Just hanging out, eating dinner together, talking about stuff that we see, talking about stuff right on the field. Practice, like if something happens, we'll immediately kind of discuss it, see what we like, how we kind of want to execute it in the game. And I think that pays dividends on game day.
Were any of those plays, did they stand out as your favorite from last week?
There was probably a lot, honestly. I really liked the one where he kind of ran a boot and made a great throw, and I caught it on their sideline right in front of our students, and that was just pretty cool to get up, and we got the students right there, and in the middle of a great game. It's hard to kind of pick out plays, I guess, because there were so many good moments, and in the moment you're kind of just trying to forget about it all and just move on to the next play and keep doing your job.
How challenging was it, or not challenging, to move past the Oklahoma game and start thinking about KU?
I wouldn't say it was too challenging. We kind of gave ourselves a 24-hour period to kind of let it all sink in, and then after that, it's kind of like, all right, forget about that game. We got to move on. We got the next one. I think Coach does a great job of always saying, what you do the weekend before has no bearing on what you're going to do the next weekend. And I think us as captains try to kind of drive that message home and be like, yes, it was a great win. We played great as a team, all-around effort, but we got to move on and prepare for this game.
You've had so many big catches through the years. What would it mean for you to be able to contribute in a big-time way your senior year against KU?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously it means a lot, being a Kansas kid, growing up around this program here and coming to all these games my whole life, and then, watching that rivalry growing up, it'd be huge. But, for me, it's kind of every game's important. The most important game to me is always the next one. So I just want to do whatever I can do to help this team be successful.
How did the end of last year's game, or kind of the way last year's game played out, how much does that give you guys motivation for this year to maybe, have a little bit cleaner of a game?
Right, yeah. I think it kind of goes back to what we've been trying to drive home this whole year, and that's like we're not so much worried about the results, we're worried about the process and how we kind of just attack for offense, each play, each drive, you just focus on winning your one-on-one matchup every single play. And I think if we do that, it'll be a cleaner game, it'll kind of take care of itself.
Is it fair to say this Kansas team has your attention more than they have in years past because of what they've done?
Oh, for sure. I think they're definitely a much better football team than we've seen in the past. You say you never want to overlook any team, but it's kind of hard not to sometimes. But seeing what they do this year, we know that they're a better football team. We know we got to bring it because obviously this game's a huge game, just in general, but also being K-State KU.
As players, is it kind of hard to ignore the Les Miles, Chris Kleiman first-time thing, or is that not even on your guys' mind?
I would say that's not as big of a factor as just, K-State KU, and then for us, just this being the next game, coming off a big win, kind of how it's a trap game to kind of let down after a big win like that. We know we really got to bring it, and I'd say that's kind of at the forefront.
Do you have many friends who play over there?
Not a whole lot. I knew a couple guys growing up or from my high school area kind of that went there. Haven't really kept in close contact, though, with too many guys who are on their team.
Does going undefeated against them while you're here, how important is that to you?
Yeah, that's pretty big. I definitely love the fact that, I haven't lost to KU yet and want to keep that up for sure. So, I guess that's definitely part of it.
What to you has been the biggest difference in the offense the last couple of weeks?
I'd say just execution. I thought our O-line did a great job up front last week, owning the line of scrimmage, and then, getting kind of that balance attack of getting the run game going, getting the pass game going, kind of helped make us less predictable, I would say. And I think, we did a good job of just being consistent with our execution.
How much of a difference do you think having Malik and Jordan back and healthy in the offense has really helped?
Oh, it's huge. With our offense, we have so many weapons, and we want to get all those guys on the field, get all those guys the ball, because, like I said, that makes us less predictable. And being able to spread the ball around like that, everyone's going to try to do the most with their opportunity. So I think that definitely helps our offense to be able to spread it around like that.